Alex may have had a bit of a tango when Mats was moved to one of those outside tables.
Absolutely. Well, here we see Roberto and Alex going at it now. Um,
Gutter.
I think the two biggest stacks at this table, and if they're not, they're 1 and 3 at this table. Um,
Well, Roberto has been on our feature table for a long time today, and he has been holding the big stack position there or thereabouts pretty much all the time we've been looking at him. So,
Not a bad spot for Roberto to fire a little bet here. He's got a gutter. He actually has 2 live cards as it happens. It would be the time to start telling the story. If he does, I'd like to see him go for 2 streets. I think 1 street might do the job actually against Alex's particular hand, but I would like to see him go for 2 streets if he's called here. I think you've got to have a plan to go for 2 streets in this situation. Alex actually has a spot where he could go for a kind of a really polarizing raise here. I think we're more likely to see him call or fold, but he could go for a sort of a polarizing raise in this spot. Having checked back the flop, that would make sense with a 9. He also might be, well, let's see. He has just called, so he's getting sticky with the king high, which I guess feeling like his opponent with ace high wouldn't maybe bother betting because his hand could be good at showdown. As I said a moment ago, I would really like to see Roberto view this as a 2-street bluff, and as a 2-street bluff, it will be very hard one to call for Alex. Alex obviously getting sticky with the king deuce. I really like the fact that he's recognised that Roberto would probably come out firing when checked to.
yeah, it's going to be very hard for Alex to make a call here on the river with king deuce. And I do quite. I mean, I'm just trying to think about, starting to think now about what my cards in my hand mean.
Well, it's good for Roberto that he has an 8, so he's blocking the 10-8, which is obviously the nut straight right now. That's a nice blocker to have in your hand. Also, with a queen, it's kind of an okay card. Like it blocks queen jack, which maybe would have checked back the flop and been sticky on the turn. So he's blocking one of the more likely Jack X hands that would maybe try and take a street out at this point. I think Roberto, given from what we've seen over the course of the last, I don't know what, hour and a half, and maybe you've seen all day, Kat, I think he did size this up as a 2-street bluff, and it's going to be a really tough spot for Alex. I'm really interested in what Alex is going to do here. He's being put to the test for what looks like a big enough bet here.
Yeah, 250, I think that is.
Okay, so that's nearly, he's polarized himself. Roberto, I probably like a slightly smaller bet just because it might put a few more value hands into my range. I think when he goes for a full pot bet here, he is polarizing himself to a straight and a 9. But then again, the more chips you put in, the harder the decision is for your opponent. So I like it from Roberto. And I tell you, if Alex finds this call, I really, really like it. And I got to give him an awful lot of credit. This is a huge moment in Alex's tournament right now. We saw him call off here with the king deuce. Oh, wow.
Whoa,
wow.
whoa.
That might be the hand of the tournament, ladies and gentlemen. That might be the hand of the tournament. He's going to very proudly rock over this king high. The table you're going to see the reaction from the players there.
What a boss.
I don't think Alex is going to get bluffed over the course of the next hour. Look at the
Look at Christoph's face.
Everyone is just like, wow, okay.
Right.
Kiddie games down the street, boys and girls.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, Alex, I doff my cap to you, sir. What a phenomenal read of the situation, of the player tendencies. You know, calling on the turn to not call the river is arguably bad as well, but really, like, finding the courage to put half your stack in there. Like, it was half his stack. He was going to go from chip leader at this table to one of the short stacks if he got that one wrong. That is how poker tournaments are won, ladies and gentlemen. Big calls like that.
Wow. Yes, I mean, that was a hero call wearing your pants on the outside, wasn't it? I mean,